Welcome students to class 12th. We have to start our session online, and before we start with our syllabus, let's give you an overview of your class 12 syllabus. We have total 9 chapters and we are starting with chapter 1, that is variations in psychological attributes. First, let us understand the words variations and attributes separately. Variations, as we have studied it in class 11th as well. Variations basically means something which varies from situation to situation, which changes. So it is basically a change. And attributes in the simplest terms means features. So basically variations in psychological attributes means changes in a person's behavior. If we take a look around us, we see that people differ from each other, and this is the most interesting part of psychology, to find out the reason behind these differences. This chapter focuses on the individual differences. Differences exist all over the world and we name it as variations. Variation is a fact of nature. A person varies from situation to situation. Changes can be seen as physically or psychologically. Physical changes are termed as physical characteristics like height, weight, complexion of a person, and so on. On the other hand, psychological characteristics include how a person perceives things and whether a person is intelligent or not. Variations can be endless. These variations make person different from each other, and this is what psychologists like to term as individual differences. Basically, individual differences refer to distinctiveness and variations among people's characteristics and behavior patterns. Now, there is one more view to these differences, and that is known as situationism. Basically, this means that a situation influences the person's behavior. Person's behavior varies from situation to situation, and it results from the interaction of external and internal factors of a particular situation. Once we know what the attributes are, it is important that we assess them. Assessment is the first step in understanding a psychological attribute. Assessment in the simplest terms means measurement of attributes. And attributes, as we have earlier studied, means the features that we are talking psychologically. Assessment can be classified into formal or informal. Formal is an objective, standardized and organized way of measuring the attributes. It also involves measurement and an evaluation of an attribute, whereas informal is based on our perception and assessment, and it is also open to subjective interpretation. Next comes the main domains of psychological attributes. Domains means the areas under which attributes are studied. Number 1 is intelligence. Intelligence represents the general cognitive competence or our ability. It is the way we can utilize the resources that is available to us. Second comes the aptitude. Aptitude refers to the underlying potential for acquiring skills. It is the inbuilt potential of a person. Third is interest. Interest simply means preference to engage in a particular activity, something that gives us pleasure and we enjoy doing that. Then personality. Personality is relatively enduring characteristics which remains with the person for the lifetime. And the last one is values. Values define our lifestyle. These are our enduring beliefs on which we hold our life. After deciding which domains we are going to assess, we need to select the method for the assessment. The following are the methods which can be used: psychological test, interview, case study, observation, and the self-report.